I came home late. As has become common over the past 6 months, I was a little wondering what I was getting myself into as I noticed there were 3 other cars parked in front of my house. Of course, I recognized them. Ben, George, and Jack have been my best friends for many years. Heck, I've driven their cars hundreds of times. I was wondering what they were doing there since my wife knew that I would be returning home late today. Well, the discussion should be interesting. I heard them whispering to each other in the living room, so I stop it at the refrigerator and pull it out a beer. They had probably been here long enough for my wife to have already taken care of bringing them drinks. Gathering my courage, I casually entered the room. My wife was sitting on the couch between Ben and Jack. George was sitting in a deep chair next to the sofa. Nodding at them in greeting, I walked over and sat down in another deep chair opposite the sofa. "Have supper?" I asked casually. They stared at each other for a minute before Gloria seemed to muster up the courage to tell me some bad news. Finally, she seemed to make up her mind and began to speak. "I'm sorry about this, Dave, but we need to discuss this openly. It's killing me to have to keep this a secret from you, and the boys are also becoming a little dissatisfied with the time I can give them. I want you to know that I love you very much, and I want us to have children and grow old together. I want us to eventually retire, travel as we always planned, and spoil any future grandchildren we may someday have. I understand that this will affect us a little, but we can remain husband and wife. The thing is, I've been having sex with Ben, George, and Jack for the last year, sometimes separately, but mostly with 2 or even all 3 at once." She paused to gauge my reaction. I just said nothing and took a sip of beer. "So the thing is, sometimes one of them would take you somewhere to distract you while the other 2 would come and have sex with me. Your companion could always let us know when you were approaching home. This gave us time to get ourselves in order and the guys to leave before you arrived. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it without you becoming suspicious. The other thing is that I really like having all 3 of them at the same time. Of course, 2 are great, but having all 3 is simply mind-blowing. I decided it was time for me to say something, and this seemed like the perfect time. Well, Gloria, I can't say I'm really happy to find out that you're cheating on me with 3 of my friends. I also can't say I'm happy that 3 of my best friends stabbed me in the back like that. Is this your way of telling me you want a divorce?" "Oh no, honey. I want children and grow old together. I don't want a divorce, and if you try to do that, I will fight it and take you to the cleaners. What I want is for you to accept this so we can move forward. We will still have sex and act like a married couple. In a few months, I will be off the pills, and we can work towards having our first child. Everything will go as usual, except that several times a week, guys will come and have sex with me. Maybe you can even join us sometimes." I decided to splash some cold water. I looked at my 3 former friends and asked a question. "Well, what do your wives think about this?" Ben answered. "I thought so. After all, he is a lawyer. Our wives don't know anything about this, and we're damn sure they won't find out. I swear if you say a word about this, I will destroy you. I think I did a damn good job holding back my grin. Do not worry about it. They won't hear anything from me." "Okay," Ben continued. "It's better for them not to know." He looked at Gloria. She nodded her head for him to continue. "Okay, so this is how it will be from now on." Gloria discovered that she really enjoyed having sex with several men at the same time. You just can't satisfy her anymore. So, several times a week, the boys and I will come and have sex with Gloria until we are satisfied. Then we'll clean up so our wives don't suspect anything. Once we're done, we'll leave, and you 2 can go back to being the happily married couple you are. We don't care whether you stay here or go somewhere else during this time. If you stay here, we might let you join us from time to time. As for your sex with your wife, you can do it any day when we are not there. Heck, we'll even let you have sex with her after we leave if she's ready for it. Well, since obviously I don't have much choice unless I want to live in a cardboard box by the river, I have a couple of small requests. I think that since you are using my wife, this is the least you can do for me." Ben smiled triumphantly. He was willing to be magnanimous in his victory. "Of course, Dave. The main thing is that there are not too many requests. No, no, I assured. Just a couple of little things that I'm sure won't require any effort on your part. First of all, I don't want you to use my bed. The bed in the guest room is quite large. I need to sleep in this bed, and I think that's enough disrespect for me without it. I think we can agree on that. We usually do this on the living room floor anyway, but can use the guest bedroom if necessary. Your bedroom and bathroom will be off limits. Thank you. Secondly, I want to be notified of your comings and goings. I have no intention of being here while you are here playing sex games. I want to be able to plan my absence before you show up, and I need to know when I can go home. And this is possible? Is there anything else? No, it's all. Fine. Now, since we are all here, we don't want to miss this opportunity. We can give you half an hour to get ready and leave. I think you'll have to get a motel room for the night. Our wives think we're out night fishing on Jack's boat and don't expect us to get home until tomorrow morning. Ben grinned. Fine. Now I'll get ready and make a phone call, after which I won't disturb you. I got up and headed to my bedroom. Their conversation could be heard in the bedroom. Everything went much better than I expected, Ben chuckled. Yes, added George. I expected it to explode. They laughed a little and made some derogatory remarks about my masculinity. Returning to the room, I took out the phone and called. Yes, Mary. Yes, they said they would be here all night. I was thinking about your house, but Ben suggested a motel room. I listened to the answer. Top class? Wonderful. I'm thinking about the presidential suite. Call Evie and Joan and ask them to meet us there. I listened to the answer. Yes, I think I'm ready. Oh, Gloria said she's coming off the pill and wants to get pregnant. I laughed at her answer. This is wonderfully malicious. I like it. Do you think Evie and Joan will go for it too? I couldn't contain my burst of laughter. Have you three thought about this yet? Great. Okay, see you soon, ladies. I'm just leaving. Turning around, I saw 4 stunned faces looking at me. Dave, who were you talking to and what was it all about? Gloria asked. Oh, it was Mary, Ben's wife. She's going to book the presidential suite for the night. We meet Evie, George's wife, and Joan, Jack's wife. Since their husbands are out night fishing and won't be back until morning, we have the whole night to fuck our brains out. What? Ben screamed in outrage. I told you what would happen if you told our wives about this. They didn't hear anything from me. On the contrary, they told me. This is true. 6 months ago, your 3 wives came to my office and told me that you 3 have had my wife for 6 months now. They offered to have sex with me whenever you guys were in a threesome with Gloria. So for the last 6 months, while you were having sex with my wife, I was having sex with your wives. Gloria, did you really think I was working when I came home late? Have you ever wondered why I'm so exhausted when I get home? Today, you 3 will have Gloria here, and I will have sex with your wives in the presidential apartments. I looked at Gloria and on your former friends. You didn't know your wives were bisexual, did you? They started having sex with each other when they found out about your deception. In the end, they decided that I should know what kind of whore I married. They came to my office to tell me about this and to involve me in their games. Don't bother trying to get a divorce or punish them. There are plenty of photos and videos in the private investigator's report. They will tear you apart in divorces. Gloria, I'm not worried about you divorcing me. You'll get next to nothing. Plus, I'll just move in with your lover's ex-wives. They seem to really like me. I looked at their stunned faces for a minute. By the way, we must conclude another agreement. Let's agree not to do DNA testing on any future children. You all may not like the results. In any case, it's time to hit the road. I have 3 insatiable women to take care of. Have a fun night to you all. With these words, I turned and walked out the door. Along the way, I wondered if there would be any consequences from today's revelations. I mentally shrugged. Ben was rich, but Mary had prudently already paid the fee to the meanest, most disgusting shark of divorce lawyers. We'll be fine. Subscribe to our channel so that your second chaff doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story, because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.